scarier are these players? They're scarier than PFs, they're scarier than motherships, they're scarier than a mass force of Colossi, even though they are Zerg. We're having IM.Horror being the red Zerg on the right, going up against Sleep, the teal Zerg in the top. We are on MLG Metal Close Air, and we're going to see some very quick overlords just literally going
slap
through
three tentacles and going, high five, guys. We know where you're at.
Yes, and they go perfectly through each other. I like that. If you saw that, Horror tweaked his pass slightly so he could go directly into that Overlord.
Yep, they're high fiving.
Yep. I'm going to be expecting Hachi first out of both of these players, and then Baneling, and then just Baneling Wars after that initial hatch. It really seems that when you get to the really top level pro play on Shadow Temple, Metalopolis, these maps, where you get that really quick scout, generally 80% of the time you see both players going for that Hachi first because they have that scout.
Yep, definitely, I do agree with you there. The other big thing, though, I have seen Hatch first, but then they'll fake the Baneling and go Roach, and that confuses them always.
Yeah.
If you get Roaches out, because those Banelings hit that Roach armor, and they're like, oh, this doesn't work quite as well.
Well, I don't think they're saying that because they're dead.
True that.
But the players controlling them was probably a big thing in that. But we do have Hatch first out of Sleep. For Horror, we see it just getting thrown down as well, so we are seeing the mutual Hatch first. And that makes me feel special, because I'm right.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, this is something that needs to get done. There he goes, Sleep's taking his gas. And for anyone who is new to StarCraft or just playing and watching, these are some great games to watch. Because these are top-tier Korean players. And you might not get every detail or anything, but if you're just starting out and playing, you want to try to, kind of duplicate the builds to the best you can. Because that's what will really get you there. Because you'll start to understand the mechanics of the game and everything. I'm sure you tell people that on your stream a ton, Xander.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the... Honestly, the only reason why I can play as little as I do and stay as a mid-masters level in terms of skill and everything is because of the opportunities I get casting. If I didn't get to cast the top level of I would say pro-am, Korean pro, in which case, like, this is a perfect example of a high-level play, I would not be able to play little and stay mid-masters. It would not work, because I would not be able to get the insight on strategies and seeing the reactions, watching how things are controlled, the tech patterns that are used, the expansion patterns, the expansion choices. All those things impact everything I do when I play.
But you also got to remember, the game is built for fun, and you get to see things like green goo spread all over the place on killing everything else. Yes. And I do love that a lot.
Oh yes, there's something pleasing about massively odd-colored explosions.
You know what's really pleasing? Watching a bunch of Thors die to about 20 Baneling landmines. I laughed hysterically.
Wow, that would make me laugh and cry, giggle, and I couldn't think of a fourth one to finish that off. That was... Well, I could think of ones, but they were not appropriate to say.
That's okay. And there goes the Ovi, which is going to severely supply cap poor Sleep there, so... And that is not good at all, because he actually wasn't building one yet, so now he's building two. And we're actually... Wow! He is bypassing the Baneling play. I am so proud of him here. We will not have Banelings out of him. We will have... Actually, he's got Roaches on the way, and that is awesome.
And look at the little bit he was able to pick off because of that lack of speed. That's really, really key. Sleep just finished it. He lost a few links for it. Not a ton, but enough that while he's trying to make this transition to Roaches, it's going to be seriously close. You don't want to take those free losses. Never.
No, definitely not, and I do love seeing that. Roaches are going to put the kibosh in all the Baneling play, which now you should see one of two things. Either Roaches are going to beat IM.Horror, and that's going to be a GG, or it's going to force a mid to late game.
Okay, we'll see. This is a really flip-floppy point of ZVZ. The roaches could be either defensive or crazy offensive for a ridiculous.
I think he's going offensive because he's still pumping them.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Horror, he's got 7 drones in production, which would be great if he can stay alive, because I'll give him a great mid-game lead, but as of right now, Sleep is seriously piling on the units.
And these roaches are, oh, look at this, beating on the Baneling in its butt, and they're waddling on away. They're like, I'm not blowing up yet. I'm going home. Oh, and one Ling gets into the base, and that's about it. And here we go. Here comes the move out from Sleep. And how many roaches do we have in that army? We have 13 roaches and more on the way. Wow.
Oh, wow. This is... Oh, yeah. We've got them streaming down to the bottom. We're going to watch as he's going to be able to pick off one Bane. Yes! That's a big deal. That Bane could be seriously important in taking out those Lings. But now we're going to watch as we see he's pushing forward. We have roaches out for Horror as well.
Roach on roach.
Oh,
big Baneling hit.
shots. And now all of a sudden, we're seeing Horror coming in with a lot of roaches. The Spines Crawler is now up. This other one seems to be getting targeted down. There we go. Still getting shots off. Drones are being pulled, though.
And beautiful transfusion on the spine, though, to keep it alive longer.
And it looks like we're going to have the hold. Wow, Horror. Oh.
But he does get... Wow, Horror's going to have to retreat home and live to fight another day.
But that is one of the tightest defenses that you've ever seen. Everyone, guys. That was literally down to the wire. He managed to eke out the...
Chills.
Sorry? What?
It brings chills.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look at the drone count. It's 35 to 29, even with Sleep killing 5 drones. It's the perfect amount to be able to be as on top economically as he can be, and somehow come out with a hugely powerful Roach army. Especially because Sleep has been forced to drone and to try and recover, and he's not in the best spot. He's now in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Moving out with 8.
22 roaches are in this initial group that are going across. We're seeing...
Oh, spines aren't going to finish.
It's going to be close. We're going to see him pushing forward. We're going to see him... Oh, they're going for the kill really quickly. We see reinforcing roaches going to be coming in. 2 spines about to complete, though. That's going to be a nice addition to DPS, and that's going to be the cue for Horror to get out of there.
Yes, definitely. And that is going to hold back. Now, he has not started +1. Neither have. So, and we missed a run by there, sir.
What?
Sleep ran into the natural of Horror. I didn't see how many Lings or how many things got killed off or how many drones did.
No drones got killed. Absolutely none. We'll have to actually see that possibly change. 1 drone got taken out with those that Ling that was just in there. But Horror is really locking down a solid mid-game transition. We can see that his lair is about to complete, while we're looking at Mr. Sleep here being completely on hatchery only, trying to get out the roaches. He's basically trying to get the defense down, while Horror's going to be able to get Glider Constitution, get out his next set of upgrades. He's not going to be going to Mutas. He does not have that 4th gas. He is just simply getting down the spines and taking this 3rd base, and being stable with that too, as he's got a fair amount of defense here with these roaches.
Yep, definitely. I'm waiting to see what happens here because the roaches are moving around. I don't know if they're trying to get... Because there's Lings of Sleeps outside. I think he wants to go after the 3rd here. But I think he's trying to get, you know, those roaches away.
Yeah, he hasn't scouted it yet. I don't know if he assumes that his overlord should have had vision of this base or not, but...
Here we go.
There we go. Yep, they are pushing in, and they may force the cancel. In fact, I don't see how Horror can get there in time to save this. He's got slow roaches, not speed roaches, no creep, and he's got his hatchery selected and cancels just in time, and the drone's still alive. Wow. So there we go. He's putting that hatchery down once again. These lings are now slightly diminished in number, but still eager.
Still eager to go kill something. Now he gets his third down. Sleep is halfway done with his, so that's exactly the opening he needed to kind of get the macro advantage back up.
Yeah, however, Glio Constitution just completed for Horror, and that's really significant. Looks like he may lose this third once again. Seems to do a great job of handling that, but it's not going to get canceled. Does not get canceled at all.
Wow, 12 roaches on the way for Sleep. +1 just finishing, so they both have +1. And he got the cancel again on the... Wow.
And with those few drone kills, we can see that the Sleep has taken the drone lead, though he's behind about a dozen food. Yeah, scratch that.
It's Roach Army.
17. But a lot of guys are out. The upgrades are +1 to +1. As far as the +2 goes, it's basically identically timed for both players. We do see Sleep throwing down that second Evo while
here we go.
It's already up.
These roaches are out for vengeance.
Oh, yeah. This third just got thrown down. We're going to have Sleep with a lot of his own roaches. This hatchery is not getting targeted.
Wow.
Oh,
roach on roach action. This is just green goo getting thrown everywhere, guys. This is sickening.
But it seems that Sleep has the advantage. Kind of significantly, actually, as he's pushing forward. He's now taking a lead in the food count. Looks like Horror trying to take down the hatchery at the same time during that attack is what ends up making him lose a whole lot of roaches that he should not have, and all of a sudden Sleep is taking the lead in terms of army. That is actually craziness.
Absolute craziness. 2-2 is going to finish for both of them. Horror is going to Hydra, though, which I do like that, because Hydras will sit in the back there and DPS their feet or their mouths off or whatever they throw. It's little darts of death.
Yeah. Oh, I know, with the groove spines. Groove spines.
Yes.
Yep, that's the range upgrade. And actually, yep, it's being researched right now. Yep, so there it is.
So 10 Hydras on the way. 11. That's absolutely ridiculous. And look at this. Sleep's got the same idea. So we're going to have Roach Hydra versus Roach Hydra.
Yeah, and that's really smart. Roach Hydra usually beats Roach Infester. So it's great that Sleep is going for the Hydra. Plus it's got that added extra DPS against things like mutas. So early game, as well as far as early game lair tech goes, the Hydras do beat those mutas. And look at the Overseer from Sleep. Very smart move, going to defend against any kind of burrow tech. We can see that Sleep is about halfway done with burrow, while Horror already has his up.
Yep, definitely. I do like this, and I do like that Sleep is not pushing his creep out towards Horror, so he's making Horror bring it to him.
The funny thing is, though, the creep would benefit both players equally right now. Because both of them are going for Hydras. And Hydras are so slow off creep that we could have a very interesting relationship of attack and defense because they're both boosted equally.
And here we go. Here comes a battle.
Yep, so now there it is. We're having the first engagement going in as all these guys are moving forward. Hydras are
in the back doing... There's a lot of Hydras.
Oh, God. And you
wow.
can see Horror rearranging his army to have as many Hydras attacking as possible. Now we're going to see that Horror is ahead in the food count. All this. Now it's almost pure Hydra, but a Roach beats a Hydra one-on-one. Here we have the reinforcement Roaches coming in from Horror. Reinforcements now coming in for Sleep. It's neck and neck now. The food counts are so close. But now Hydras are almost off creep. This is so close. It's literally identical food counts. Drone counts are really even too. Oh my God.
Queen getting in the mix now. Queen's going to poke away, but there's a lot more roaches now for Sleep, and that is going to be one of... Oh, we're going to get some free Hydras in the mix. This is where Sleep needs to run away, though, because now there's more roaches. Oh, Jesus.
By the way, even the upgrades were identical during that battle.
And look at that. Oh, I don't know if he wants to do that. I know he's burrowing to heal up, but if Sleep moves out with, like, an Overseer.
Yeah, that's what we call death. Alright, let's look at the income. The income's actually, wow, really surprisingly way ahead for Sleep. 1,700 minerals to 1,400 with even gas incomes.
And here comes a push in. Sleep's going to get caught off guard.
Oh.
He was moving out.
Okay, so now we're seeing the Washington pushing forward, a lot of Roach Hydra, but these Roaches at the bottom are going to be able to basically do a flank. Now we're having drones being pulled into this battle, and there it is, the surround. Roaches hitting the Hydras without them being back. Oh, yikes, that's a really, really good defense by Sleep.
He was debating on which way to go, and he actually decided to go this way, and I do like that a lot. And look at that, he's just stepping right into Horror's army. And I don't think Horror's going to hold this.
Yeah, the upgrades are still even. However, Sleep is going to have his +2 carry pace within the next minute or so, while Horror hasn't even started his. Neither player's gone for the 4th base, but this is a very solid ZVZ in terms of what these players have been doing. Almost identical things, but Sleep, behind the early game, is really taking the lead in this mid-game. I still qualify as mid-game because it's a Lair Tech, but we are seeing that's turning to the end.
And look at this. Here you go. This should be GG anytime, I think, from Horror, because that is cleaning up the whole army.
And that is a full surround. There's GG. We are going to a deciding game number 3.